Everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, just thank you so much for the love and support y'all have been constantly giving me. We're all going through these crazy transformations that is strengthening us and giving us so much wisdom and knowledge, and it's truly gonna enrich us in a lot of levels and many layers. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. If you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good vibes, inspiration that you would love to share with your loved one, family, or friends, or even a fellow empath that are going through trying times and just needing spiritual guidance or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share while you're at it. Give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's so greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The channel I'm using today is called Mantra Collective, and the music I'm playing in the background is so pretty. I almost got really emotional when I put it on, and now I see why. It's like 432 hertz, emotional and spiritual detox, self love, miracle music, heal yourself, and self healing meditation. And I will place that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, Losing Your Mind to Gain Your Spiritual Senses. It's so true. It's just like, we're spiritual beings having human experiences. And sometimes those human emotions can get in your last nerve and get in the way. And it could be blocking or slowing you down to the process of your progress, or even maybe blocking your blessings. And it's just like we're going through all these major transitions. What is it? I think my post said we're going through three eclipses. I think it's like a lunar eclipse, a solar eclipse, and I forgot what the other one is. But it's like a fire that's igniting your soul. Seeing things for what they truly are, allowing yourself to step out that matrix and not go back to it, because it's like a lot of the transformations that's taking place. Sometimes it can have us up to 4D, 5D. There are some people that are ascending past that. It just all depends on where your gifts are at, how open you are to it. Are you allowing yourself to be held back for a lot of past regret or past trauma, things like that has really, gotten in the way of things. And, my bad, my damn hair is like really aggravating me right now. But anyways, just going through all those different things has really helped us out a lot, and a lot of times you have to allow yourself to see it as a different perspective, because when we see change can be very uncomfortable. It can be something that is bringing everything to the surface, that you have suppressed, you forgot about, or you just ignored, and it's like so many things are taking place right now where you're being guided towards different things. It's just like, I've told people, whatever your hobbies are, and you're inquisitive about a lot of things, you're curious. We all are towards a lot of things. Universe has a way of using our hobbies, our pastimes, or whatever, to be able to give us that information that we've been searching for. Because everything we're searching for is within, but a lot of times we look for outside sources when we should be going on the exterior when we need to be going through the interior. So it wants us to separate from those things. A lot of times it's just like going through these transformations. It has me going back to my warrior spirit being, and then sometimes it takes me back to the human part of me. where I can remember a lot of things, or like I was saying in the last video, it's like something that's like growing inside of you that's telling you there's something you're really not. You're about to know things are being uncovered by layers. Veils are being snatched off like left and right. And a lot of times when it does that, it can make you feel like you're dying, which you are. Your old you is dying. It's like going through a push and pull, give and take situation with your old you to your new you. You're giving birth to something that we have not discovered yet. This is something more powerful than what we were before we even got here. Because it's like everything is manifesting into power, into spirit, into just anything that is like massive, that is built on up on positive, a positive standpoint. So it's just like so many different things are taking place in our lives that it's just like, oh my gosh, because a lot of times right now, as used to, I always felt like, oh, I need to talk to one of my friends, and oh, I gotta, I feel like interacting with a lot of people, but it's like everything that's going on within my mind and my soul has me in solitude. It's not like I don't want to talk to anybody, but it's like a lot of times when we get towards that point, we feel like, okay, this is getting a little bit uncomfortable. Let me go, distract ourselves, and that's the reason why we had the lockdowns. That's the reason why we had the quarantines, because it's guiding you towards your truth. You really need to allow yourself to face, you know, allowing yourself to get out of that human mind where it's on materialistic things, or 3D, or speaking through ego, anything that's like holding you back from being the truth of you. Separating from things is no longer serving you. Your past interests from the past is no longer doing that to you. And it's just like, even with I was telling people now, it's just like my movies. They're like, Roslynn, have you seen any new movies lately? I'm like, nah, I haven't. I've been doing a lot of like research and stuff on different videos or whatever, or on my pastime I watch my little horror shorts or whatever, and animation and stuff like that. But it's not like I used to. I used to watch horror movies after horror movies, and I always used to say, why does this? I've been inquisitive about these things since I was like 7 8 years old. And it was, I guess it was like allowing me to face a lot of things that I was guided towards. It was always about apocalyptic type movies, or stuff like Devil's Advocate, Vatican Tapes, The Devil Inside, As Below, Women as Above, So Below. Movies like that, it gets really deep. And yesterday, was it yesterday, day before yesterday? One of my friends, Brett, sent me. He tagged me in a video, not in a video, but in a link about this movie with Kevin Bacon in it called You Should Have Left. And that movie is so like lit. I was like, dang. And it's just, I almost slipped up and gave the subliminal, but when I got to it and I understood it, I'm like, dang, a lot of times we run from our truth. We're scared to do that, to face it. We put a lot of things in it, or we give a lot of excuses why don't want to do this, why we don't want to do that, or why does this keep coming up. A lot of things, if we don't face, it's going to keep coming up. Or a lot of things we're not allowing ourselves to heal from, it starts manifesting within other people that we meet. It'll come in the same way, but it'll have different faces. And you have to allow yourselves to see what universe is teaching you throughout the people you're connecting with. And a lot of times they don't want you to say a lot of people that are, that's gravitating towards you is something that you need to heal within yourself. No, that's not always the case. It could be the case. The fact is that person needed you to be that blessing in their life at that time. But throughout those connections, at times it shows you the truth of yourself, of what you need to learn about yourself. And it doesn't always have to come from another person, because it's like, at times you gravitate towards people that are going through the same things as you, so you can see on the outside how it's being presented, when it's being projected towards other people. And it's just like, it's not like to say, oh my God, that's how I be acting. And it's like, no, they want you to see how much damage it can do when you're not allowing yourself to heal. I've done that. I've been that toxic person. And it was just like, you know, um, a lot of times we feel like certain things aren't fair. And, I can totally agree, but a lot of things, we make in our human mind, and not allowing it to come from the spiritual side of ourselves. Everybody has their thing when they're on a journey. I had to allow myself to get out that judgment situation, where I always place judgment on other people, and I try not to do that. Having to allow myself, even though their human side is saying, oh, you need to catch what you pushed out to me, or I need to get justice for what you have done to me. And there's sometimes I have to remind myself, be that rude awakening. It's like, yes, you have really went through some traumatic things, but this is reflecting your strength, because you're dealing with so many different things at one time. And that was your purpose of your mission, because you're being bold and you're being truthful of sharing your experience with the world, of what you went through. But all the trauma you went through, it came out to be a blessing, because it's allowing you to unfold your true self, allowing yourself to know, what does not kill you makes you stronger, what doesn't break you makes you harder, and those are the things I have to keep reminding myself at times, especially when I'm dealing with a lot of pain. We all know when you're dealing with things that you have lost, like if it is done with lost loved ones, I have to allow myself to try to be strong in those times, because it's like certain holidays, I'm just like, ugh, can I just like fast forward this day or whatever? And it's just like I have to keep reminding myself, it's a blessing to have that gift where I can still keep in contact with the family I've lost. So, going through that, it hasn't been easy, but I had to keep on reminding myself, you know, things happen for a reason. Things aren't going to always be this way. A lot of times when we're dealing with a lot of things, it can be like your own storm, but you become that storm because you're that strength. There's nothing that will be able to touch you. It won't be a bubble that anybody can break after you have gone through these things. And it's just to remind you of, you can conquer this, you can overcome this. Yes, you may have lost something, but it's about to be replaced with something better. Not everything is what it seems. you know you can make it through things, but you have to allow yourself to stay in faith with that, and believe that, better is on its way to you. It's just like you see so many times, signs of the times, no pun intended. But um just being able to see all the signs that comes around you, it's just like, yeah, I have people that connect with me that are very positive, very appreciative of the things that I do when it comes to my videos. I want to be able to have a good time. I want to be able to make you laugh, make you not cry of sadness, but being able to know there's somebody out there that can relate to what you're going through. Somebody understands you, giving you that comforting reminders like, hey, you're not going through these things alone. These things are making you stronger, even though things of your life that matters most to you, you're being tested by those things. And it can be hard. Yeah, it can be hard. Like you just want to be just going off on the universe, like, how dare you use this stuff against me? But it's like, when you go through these things and you endure these things, and you're not allowing, you know just of what the universe uses those things to test you, to strengthen you. The devil will use those things to distract you. So it's like the devil and God goes hand in hand. Is that one is using it to uplift you, and the other one is, being used to tie you down in a certain spot that you're no longer, needed in. The devil sees that you got blessings coming. He will use people that are weak within their minds of, being all up in their feelings about their insecurities, to come diving for you left and right, left and right, left and right. It's just like, they'll come out of woodworks like, well, dad, where did this come from? Like, are you serious? Are you doing this right now? It's like, yeah, they are. And at times it does hurt. But these are the things that not everybody is this in your life is meant to stay there. Everybody has a reason, and there are some people that just have a season. They're there to use you, they're there to hurt you, they're there to help you create something, they'll help you to be strengthened. They made a point in your life, they touched your life in either a negative way or a positive way. But it's up to you where you decide to go. We're a co-creator of everything we want to create in our lives. If you want to stay focused on the pain, you continue to suffer. But if you want to stay focused on what you're trying to bring in there, that enriches you, and I have to tell myself that, I get angry a lot of times when stuff keep popping up. I'm like, man, can I just separate from this? I really don't care about this anymore. I don't even, I don't even want to say I don't care about that person anymore. But when people live in their own hell, you ain't got to wish nothing on them. They're already living in the stuff that they're trying to push off on you. All you can do is just pray for that person and pray that they heal from whatever they're going through. Because, I mean, it's just like sometimes people feel like, I was at that time. I ain't even gonna say people because I was like that too. I'm gonna keep it real. I always felt like, they always say two wrongs don't make a right, but they'll damn sure make us even. I ain't got time. If you want to be petty, I can put my petty panties on too. And then sometimes it won't go on straight, autopilot at times. But now it's just at that point, I'm focused on my growth. I'm focused on my strength, and that's the reason why God and universe will add stuff like that to me, because it's just like, they always say that, they must think you some super troopers, and it's just like at times you it was like they must think I'm some badass because the way you be handing me stuff. Oh, y'all must think I must have been the baddest thing walking over on the other, on the multiverse or whatever you want to call it, because the stuff that you deal with, it just makes you like untouchable. Because it's like when you finally heal from these things, then you're in touch with your spiritual senses instead of that human mind. Because that human mind, sometimes they'll play these little tricks on you to feel like you have to go to a certain limit and you can't go past that. But a lot of times when you step out that zone of comfort, everything is unlimited to you. What you need to change, society feels like you, when you're a certain race or a certain, you know, financial quo or whatever, you have to be a certain thing. No, you can do what you want to do. A lot of people want to keep you in that same tax bracket or whatever they want to do. But it's up to you what you want to deal with. It's up to you about how you want to change. And a lot of times people are comfortable putting limitations on themselves. A lot of people are comfortable with stealing things that doesn't belong to other people just so they can get ahead. But they don't want to do it for real. When they have to earn it, they have to sacrifice, they have to take away, they have to add, they have to change where their focus is, their perspective goes. But they don't want to do that. They want to be able to, um, lie and deceit about things, or trying to get stuff in a not so honest way. And it doesn't usually work like that. Yeah, you might get it for that moment, but it's not going to be meant to last just because of the way you did things, or it's going to have that habit of coming back to you in the worst kind of way just because you didn't get it in the honest way. And everything is meant to happen for a reason. It teaches us, it breaks us, it acknowledges us, it strengthens us, it gives us something to go towards our, it goes along on our journey of knowledge that can comfort us in many ways. But it's just like, I see a lot of things that's going on in the world, and a lot of things are being faced. Sometimes you have to just back up, because sometimes the world be doing the most. The world be doing the most, and it's just like, okay, I gotta allow myself to stay focused on this, because it seems like, just with certain things that I see in the world, it just seemed like, oh, okay, you want to be doing all these nice things because you already know your time is almost up. So now you want to start being there for everybody, but you weren't there for everybody before. But it's just like, hey, it's just, I'm not trying to go towards that point, because I try not to talk on that. But I'm just saying, if you vote them, okay, I just said I wasn't gonna go there, but if you pick these certain people for certain things and they really, they brought some good, but then it was a lot of all over the place, and then they're like, oh, okay, this and this and that, you forgot what you showed us last time. And if you want to go ahead and do all that, okay, whatever it is, what it is. But a lot of things is changing, a lot of things is being uncovered, a lot of things are being acknowledged, you know and it's all up to you. I always say, I had to learn, you're a creator. You can either be a villain of your life, or you can be a superhero of your life. You can either allow your life experiences make you bitter, or you can allow yourself your life experience make you better. And it's hard when you don't want to be bitter about things. It's hard when you don't want to hold grudges over things. It's hard for you to forgive somebody who has done the most, like the ultimate betrayal to you you know and a lot of times we want to act out what you have placed on us, but it's like you have to be better than that. you know um Allowing yourself to go through change allow yourself to rise above all the nonsense. And that's where our spiritual senses come into play. And a lot of times we don't realize it's like everything has been shut off when it comes to our warrior, when it came to our spiritual, and and it's crazy how you've been like with this gift, like say you had 20 gifts, in the spiritual sense, and you had other ones that you've been having since birth. You've done them, you know, without even really doing anything basically, and it's something that somebody else had to study for, and it's just like you didn't even realize until you were doing some studying, that you didn't even realize this was the actual spiritual gift that you had that came natural to you, that other people have to study for, other people got to practice for, and it's just you, all you got to do is just concentrate. And then when you go through intense mass trauma, it keys up that switch gift that opens up another gift that's been laying dormant for a long time. And the gifts are already there, that's been acknowledged, become strengthened. And it takes you through this massive transformation of that warrior sense that is just like it's making you stronger. And when it makes you stronger, you start conflicting with a lot of things around you. Like I've said before, y'all seen when there's times in my videos you might see my face distorted, man, and ain't no Illuminati stuff, and ain't got no serpents and stuff coming out like that. But it's just like my energy changes. I drain batteries at times. Sometimes I can walk past something and blow a light bulb. There are certain times I can be around digital, stuff, and all of a sudden things go, Willy Wonka on me. But it's just like, your spiritual is becoming stronger, because it's just like when you're allowing yourself to recognize self within self of truth, then all of a sudden you start being a threat to people. It's just like the more your Heyoka vibes come out, you just starting to wear people, you rubbing folks all the wrong way. You can say, hey, namaste and God bless and whatever, do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. All of a sudden people start going off on you. I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? Can you bring it down a little bit? Can you take that down an octave? It'll be something like that. Like, where did this come from? And it's just like, that's when that you're becoming stronger, because you're allowing, universe is allowing you to see the other things that people are not paying attention to. You're becoming you attentive in detail, something like that. And that's when you're knowing your spiritual senses. Yes, sometimes they'll go back and forth where you feel like, I can't go here because I don't see what's coming here. Or they're telling me to go this way, but I'm kind of scared, you know, or I want to really not be mad at this person, but they did this, it's just like it's like you're at times, it's like, it feels like you're tug of war with the new of you, trying to part ways with the old of you, not trying to go back into those human, you know, being all focused on human things and low level things is not, not saying people are beneath you or anything like that, but allowing yourself to be controlled by things is not really important. People won't, don't want to speak their truth at times because they're worried people might think they're crazy, or people don't want to, share their experiences because they're scared of how people might feel about them or how they might reflect on them. And it's just like, you have to understand, if you're telling your truth, it ain't gonna matter who it triggers, because it's going to lure the real ones towards you, and it's going to have the fake ones, melt away. It's going to dissolve because they can't take that with you. They like it when people are at that low level where it's like, follow the leader. They want you to follow the crowd like they do. But when you become in your spiritual stance. You come in that spiritual status, you follow to the beat of your own drum. And that's what universe wants us to separate from. There's so much stuff going on out here. This is why hell breaking loose, because a lot of people are reflecting on the things that they trying to run from, like they are not accepting or wanting to change. But there's a lot of beauty in that transformation too, even though we're seeing a lot of negative things that's going on in the world, but you're seeing a lot of positive things, people coming together, helping one another. These animals are out here starving half to death, and these people are bringing out food for them, or giving them, taking them in, or doing these different things that helping humanity. Doing something that's positive, that it wakes your soul up, it tickles it a little bit, but you're allowing yourself to do that and letting change take place. So, allow yourself to keep going on your path, allowing yourself to, appreciate what life is showing you, whether if it's good or it's bad, it can always teach you a knowledge of value you can take along the way. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I'm so happy I can be able to do these videos and not feeling so what drained. It's like thundering really bad. And I'm surprised I'm not like really sleepy right now, because usually when it rains like this, I'm going through crazy transformations. It makes me really sleepy. But I guess since I did my Tai Chi thing, it on working some kind of vibes, and I'm so grateful for that. But okay, let me go ahead and give my post notification shout out to Chris, Yana, uh, Little Miss Empath, Jane Riley, Ian Nargoski. Norgowski, I hope I pronounced that right. I apologize if I didn't. And Janice Pearl and Teresa Kang. Much love to you. I hope y'all have a blessed day and a prosperous week. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, share, tell somebody about the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know I'm about to upload my next video. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. If you need to get in touch with me privately, you can always find me at Facebook Messenger under my name. Let me know, hey, Roslynn, I connect with you on YouTube, or I'm part of the Heyokas family, and I have questions about my spiritual path. Please let them be serious. I can feel vibes when you're trying to do things that's not, having my best interests at heart. So if it's like, you're doing some, you know, slick stuff, I automatically just block people. I just don't have time. So, but you can go ahead and ask me. I can try my best to help you out the best way I can for your spiritual path, giving you a deeper understanding. If not, I can find information that will help you along the way. And whatever we speak on is confidential, so you don't have to worry about it going anywhere. um Let me see what else. Oh yeah. I hope everything that you're manifesting comes 100,000 times more to what you expected, asked for, or prayed for. And it comes sooner than you expected as well. Know you are blessed, highly favored, and truly loved, and knowing there's always someone out there praying for your better days. And even through social distancing, give somebody love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things to really take somebody a long way. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.